Hello, guys. I'm Timothy Earl, joined here with Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to the final edition, the final week of Earles versus Girls for the 2024-2025 NFL season. It'll probably be back next year. We also have a couple of other projects we have for Earles versus Girls. I was talking with Destiny the other day you got March Madness brackets, baseball, and NFL, NBA, NHL, like playoff stuff, and then back to NFL next year. So this will be the final one of this season, but there will be plenty more Earls versus Girls coming up. And I will say, we look at the final week. Sydney doing well, 48, 35, and 2. Having herself a nice season. Destiny 46, 37, and 2. 2 games behind. I'm 44 and 41. And Nick, anyways, and I do realize I messed up your number, Nick, because it's actually 36, 48, and 1, not 49.
Wow, you're making me look terrible. Thank you.
So Sydney, 2 games up on Destiny. And I figured out the math for me, Nick. In order for me to win, I have to go 5-0. Sydney has to go 0-5 and a 2-3 from Destiny. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the games. I'll go over me and Des. You go over you and Sid. And then we'll go from there. We'll start off. Me and Destiny are against each other to start off the first one. Packers minus the 10 for her. We'll talk about that game more in a minute. We're against each other again. Me and Destiny are against each other 3 times, Nick. So that's exactly what we need in order for, which kind of guarantees if I go 5-0, then I will finish in head of Destiny.
If
I win all the differential matchups, because she's got Miami, I'll be against her on that one. I hate my play, but I'm going to anyway. She's on the Chargers, -4. I believe they're on the road in Vegas. I almost faded her 4 times because I almost took Vegas as well. But that one was on a different side of it. And then same with you and Sid. She's on the Lions in that final matchup. Should be an interesting game there. That's the only game that really matters. That has the biggest playoff implications. Obviously, that's why that's the 8-20 game. She's also on the Falcons, -8. We'll talk about that one in a minute. I'm against her. I'm on the Bears. Ultimately, I don't really think the Packers, the only thing they're trying to compete with is for that wild card, 2 spot?
Yeah.
They would go right now. They would go up against the Eagles. If they won and the Commanders lost, they would go up against the Rams. I see no playoff implications really on that one besides moving up a playoff spot if the Commanders lose, which I don't really see the Commanders losing. So I don't think there's much for the Packers to play for. I mean, there isn't for the Bears, but 10 points, I'll grab that. This is the ultimate Jets fuck up their seeding for the draft. And Miami's a must-win spot, right? They need to win. If they win and Broncos lose, they get a playoff spot. Yeah, I know, right? Needs to win, right? This is definitely the spot that the Jets go and kind of mess everything up. Would you be surprised if the Broncos lost outright tomorrow, Nick? I would not be. They're 10.5-point favorites. Give me the Chiefs. Chiefs are starting all their backups. Don't care. I really don't care. The Chiefs, I still think, can have a possible chance to outright upset the Broncos. Broncos had an opportunity last week to clinch their playoff spot. Didn't do so by losing to Cincinnati. They've lost the last 2. They just needed to win 1 out of the last 3 weeks. They're on their final week. Now, keep in mind, this game could be a little bit wonky because currently the Chiefs are stuck at the airport. So we don't know how that's going to go, but I'm still going to take the Chiefs. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers, Nick, plus the 8 points. You got the Falcons who need to win, and they also need a Tampa Bay loss. So it's not in their hands. But if they need to win, they obviously going to cover, right? No, I don't see it. And then the final one, I think the Giants lose even against all the backups for the Eagles. Give me the Eagles minus 2.5. I saw this line. I'm like, no, this is just way too small of a line. Give me the Eagles minus 2.5 to end it. Nick, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Sydney is on Buffalo minus 2 against New England. I'm assuming that tells me backups in for Buffalo if they're that small of a favorite against
Most likely, they have nothing to play for.
Yeah, which I can still see them winning that game, though, with backups. That's another spot where probably Buffalo money line could be a look. LA Chargers minus the 4. They're taking on the Raiders. The Raiders suck. They can still be trying to tank, so I can see that. The Colts minus the 5. They get Jacksonville. That line's down to a 3.5 now, so the line has moved. If you want to bet the Colts, you're going to get a better number now than the contest play, but it is what it is. She's on the Seahawks minus 6.5. So am I. I'll get to that in a second. And the Lions as well. So am I. I'll get that in a second. I'm on the Jets as well. This is a must-win game. There's no way the Dolphins lose tomorrow, right? They have to win. Yeah, sure. I'm also on the Chiefs plus the 10.5. And the money line will be bet for me tomorrow. It's Carson Wentz season for the Kansas City Chiefs. I could still see them winning outright in this game. Seahawks minus 6.5 on the road. I believe they still have something to play for.
Nope.
No, they clinched.
They are eliminated.
The Seahawks are eliminated?
Yep.
Oh, wow. And the Rams are not. I think this line is very telling because the Rams are just not playing anybody.
Rams have clinched the division. Seattle's officially eliminated, even with the 9-7 record.
Damn. I was looking at I remember before the Minnesota Vikings game, I was looking at the Rams to win the division at 10-1. Never pulled the trigger. That was fun. But ready for my gross play of the week? It's the Titans minus 2. As a favorite against the Houston Texans, I know the Texans have clinched all their stuff and they're rushing their starters. Yeah, I'll take the Titans as a small favorite in this game. And I'll finish it off with the Lions minus the 2.5 to win the NFC North. I have the future for the Lions to win the North. I think this is a team that I still think they're the best in the NFC. And I think they prove it tomorrow with a convincing win against the Vikings. So I'll lay the 2.5 to end the Earles versus Girls here.
There you go. Once again, Sydney up 2 games on Destiny. So she just needs to win 3. 3 out of 5 will clinch her the win. Or 4. 4 would clinch her to win. 3 will most likely do it as well. And then I need to sweep in order to have a shot. I think I'm just trying to catch Destiny at this point. I think that's my goal, is to catch Destiny. Sydney's going to win. But that's going to be the final edition of the Earles versus Girls for this season. We'll be back next season with this as well, along with some other fun stuff. So keep tuned. See what the girls have coming up for you guys as well. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great night.